Another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we're watching Lost. This is the 9th episode of the 5th season. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying it so far. If you'd like to watch today's full episode, it is available for free in a link in the description below. Just click on it, put the password in and enjoy. So it's been like 10 days since I watched the last episode. I've actually been on vacation, as you can see by the wrist. Look at that lovely tan mark there. I don't really tan actually, I usually just burn and go red, but we're back. And the last I can remember, was it HURLEY, Jack and Kate returning back to the island, being rescued by Jin, it was, dressed in the full DHARMA gear. And he had the camper van, didn't he? And I think the episode was called like Le Fleur, and that was the name that Sawyer was going by when obviously he turned to these DHARMA people. He was pretending to be somebody else, and you know, they're fully integrated into their kind of like society because they're in the 1970s now. Do you know what I mean? They're not in the current timeline. They've obviously gone back. So it's going to be confusing to Jack and, you know, like Kate, what's actually going on here. Looks like as well, Sawyer's in a relationship with Juliet, which I kind of predicted, you know, being on the island for so long, going through all these changes. She had a chance to kind of get off as well. He was giving an out, going on a submarine, you know, back into civilization. But Sawyer was kind of speaking to her and he was saying, look, mate, you could go back, but the world that you're believing and thinking and hoping there is not there, is it? It's not even been developed yet. You know, it's 30 years into the past. Give me a couple of days. That couple of days turned into weeks, turned into 3 years, didn't it? So that was really interesting as well. Like I said, you know, it's been literally like 10 days since the last episode that I watched, and that's all I can remember right now. So I'm going to jump into it, just excited, and I can't wait to see, obviously, what we have unraveling for us. I remember that now Jin can speak fully fluent English, which is really good as well. He's a character that I've really enjoyed, and I can't wait to see what we do with his character and how he's developed. And obviously, we've got one more season of it as well, so that's going to be decent. And I've, you know, obviously, we've not seen what's happened to his wife, obviously, returning back to the island. I think it was Ben and obviously Son that we've not really seen since the crash, and maybe Saeed as well. So again, it's going to be interesting to see what we do with them ones, but that's where we currently are. Thanks for checking out today's episode. If you do enjoy it, please smash the like, really helps out. Subscribe if you're new, and as always, let's jump into today's episode. Well, this is before it went down. Maybe we do get her side of it.
See the big guy we got on in LA? He's one of the Oceanic Six. Guy's got nerves of steel, man.
Maybe he doesn't believe that lightning will strike twice in the same place.
I wouldn't class that as first class, would you? That looks literally like economy.
What?
Do you reckon they've kind of like gone into the vicinity of the island now?
Restarting what? Is that a runway?
Is that the run that Ben was building? I always asked what was going on with that. That was a pretty good start, that, actually. I really enjoyed that. Only because, right, wondered what actually happened. I think the time that we seen him on the island, we just seen the flash and then he was on it. But this was a good thing. And also, like I said, you know, it's been a while since I watched it. I remembered these people survived as well, didn't it? The air marshal, that person sat next to HURLEY, they're actually on the island as well. And they're with Locke as well. They're with Locke. Oh, he's dead, mate. Look at that tree right through him.
Where's everyone else? Jack and Kate and HURLEY. Where'd they go?
They're gone.
Gone where?
How would I know?
30 years earlier. Like, literally, that's a long time.
You're alive. I can't believe it!
Look how much happier he looks here compared to when he's at home.
Easy on the ribs there, Kong.
Come. I actually missed that.
Doc. You're really here. Oh, bitch actually did it. Locke said he was gonna bring you back. Where is he?
John's dead.
We're in the DHARMA initiative.
It's not said what year they're in.
No. We came back. It's 1977.
What?
You'd be well confused, wouldn't you? You actually would be well confused.
If I don't report in soon, they'll send out a patrol.
Dude, your English is awesome.
I said that.
Dude, we'll bring him in.
Bring us in where?
Back to the barracks at Dharmaville. Can't be wandering around in the jungle with the hostiles.
Saeed was on the plane too, Lapidus, and Son.
Jin, hold up.
He's gonna go off.
The flame. If a plane landed on the island, Brzezinski will know.
Hey,
You see my baggy sweatshirt with the bulldog on it?
it's in the laundry. What's going on?
They're back. Jack, HURLEY, Kate. I know.
Take Kate last. At least you want the first name.
They came back, Juliet. I don't understand it any more than you do. And I gotta find a way to bring them in before somebody else finds them.
There's A sub coming in this afternoon.
Hey, you understand the concept of knocking?
I need to check the radar logs. I need to know if a plane landed on the island. Can you check with the other
I
stations?
just told you I would not be.
Check with the other stations.
Checking in to see if anyone's seen an airplane over the island. No one else has seen an airplane, but if you have, could you call in to me, please? Over.
If she's with them, that means that Locke's there, and she knew that Locke was dead, so now she's going to be confused when she sees him alive.
Can I get everybody's attention? The radio's dead, so I haven't been able to call in our situation, but that's all right. As soon as they figure out we're not where we're supposed to be, they'll come looking for us. I don't know where here is because this island's not on my charts.
Some buildings over there. Down at the beach, you can see a big island across the water.
Maybe you
He's off now, he's heard that, look.
Right now, I'm just trying to keep everyone here safe.
Why are you following me?
Where are you going?
Back to our island. You want to come?
Yeah, they're on the runway one, aren't they? They're not even on the right island. I didn't even clock that then. You know what I mean? Like, I was wondering why they... Well, first of all, I hope that they wasn't building the runway for the purpose of now, so that they can land on it, because technically, is this not... Is this... I don't know what timeline they're in, actually. You know what I mean? Are they 30 years in the past or not? Because I was going to say, if it is, then it wouldn't have happened. But what I mean is, that was on a separate island, wasn't it? That was where they took Jack and Kate and Sawyer when he was kind of getting them to do some slave labour and stuff. And yeah, it's true. They're on a separate island, so they could actually bounce from there. Now, obviously, Locke's still in this vicinity somewhere. We've not seen him. He obviously doesn't know that a son's here. Obviously, that's what I'm believing from last episode that I can remember. But again... You know what I mean? There's a lot of people kind of being introduced here. A lot of people survived that crash.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to wake you.
No, it's fine.
I just came to get the sub manifest.
2 of the recruits dropped out in the 11th hour. They didn't want to take the sedative for the trip.
Have you and Horace decided on a name?
Yeah, we have. We're gonna name him Ethan.
It's mad that she knows his fate.
So the woman who told you how to come back, did she mention that it would be 30 years ago?
Nope. Nope, she left that part out.
Y'all gonna be the second batch of recruits coming in off the sub, pulling in the port right about now, so we ain't got much time.
You want us to say we came in on the sub? How's that gonna work?
Everyone gets knocked out before the trip, so no one meets each other until we process them.
I do think it's smart. He's fought fast on his feet.
Why don't you go home and I'll call you if something happens. Move, move, out of my way. Hey, where are you going?
Stop right there!
Saeed?
Jin.
Where's son?
I don't know.
Shut up!
Say another word and you're dead.
He's like, wow, your English is good. Side will read the situation. He's good, he's clever at that sort of stuff. I wonder how long it is between now and then, when obviously Ben takes him out.
Juliet's got it worked out so your name's gonna be on the list, all right? So when you get in there, just watch the little meet and greet video, wait for him to call your name.
Yo, I like Sawyer, man. He's literally progressed so much as a character. He's really good.
What? What the hell are they doing here? You're new inductees. Explain everything later. Stop staring. Tell me what your damn problem is. It's Jin. There's a 14J at the Flame.
We found a hostile.
What? What do you mean you found a hostile? Where?
He was wandering in the jungle. It's Saeed.
What? Was anyone else with him?
No, he was alone.
I'm sorry, son, but waiting doesn't interest me much right now. There are 3 outriggers near you. I'm going to take one. So you can come along and help me row, or you can
The island's
stay
healed
here.
him.
You all right?
Yes, I'm fine.
I got worried when I couldn't find you.
Ben knows where there's a boat. I'm going back to the main island with him.
You don't think you can really trust this guy, do you?
Again, it's really tough to answer that, honestly. It's most situations.
I have to trust him.
I want you to think about this, okay? This guy is dangerous. And that boat I came here on, it was filled with commandos whose only mission was to get him.
And how'd that work out for everyone? There's a small dock about a half-mile due south across the water. It leads directly to a town where I used to live. There are resources there.
That's out.
Thought you trusted this guy.
I lied.
The thing is, Ben will find his other way back. Do you know what I mean? That boat, anyway, it looked too big to just be a one-person boat. But I was thinking there, do you know, like when they said to Sawyer, they said, look, you know, you're really working with these when you know actually what happens. You know, the hostiles / the others come in and obviously take over, kill everybody. You've seen the pit, and that's what Hurley said anyway of them in there. But all of that happened because Ben come in and made a deal with Richard. But then, technically, has Ben even made it to the island yet? And then another thing that would be confusing is that older Ben and younger Ben would be in the same timeline, and they can't connect and speak to each other, because that wouldn't be possible, would it? It would mess everything up. So, like, technically, with the way it is, will that actually happen? You know, has time changed? Will, obviously, Richard and Ben still collaborate and, so to speak, take out the Dharma Initiative now that all of this has gone on? Do you know what I mean? It is one to think about.
Shepard. Jack Shepard.
Of course it isn't here.
What's that?
Your file. How could they be any more disorganized on the other side? Who was your shuttle driver?
Mr. LaFleur.
Ah, yes. Good man, LaFleur. Runs a very tight operation. You've been assigned to the shed. Based on your aptitude test, you'll be doing janitorial work.
Hi.
They haven't called you yet?
No, not yet.
What's your name?
Kate?
Tommy Juliet's done her in.
You're not on my list. And you're not on the sub-manifest either.
Hold on, Phil. I just got the new list from...
Wow, I thought Juliet done her in me. I did.
Additions, including Miss Austin.
Alrighty then. She's all yours.
Welcome to the island.
You say anything about the plane they were on? No, I couldn't talk to him. Brzezinski thinks he's a hostile. He won't leave us alone.
This whole thing is an act, and we either play into it or we don't. We can end this right now. We shoot him.
Well, I appreciate your input there, Quick Draw, but I want to talk to him first. Give me the damn keys. My name's LaFleur. I'm head of security. The terms of the truce say you got to identify yourself as a hostile, or we got the right to shoot you.
Yes, I am one of them.
I'm taking him back to the bear.
He was trying to give him a hint to say that, wasn't he? He was like, come on, spit it out.
Ben said if my husband is on the island, the best place to start looking for him is here.
Monsters there.
Tell me you saw that.
Probably just an animal.
I don't think we're gonna find your husband here.
Jack's that again.
My name's Christian.
I'm looking for my husband. His name is Jin Kwan.
Follow me.
Where is my husband?
He's with your friends.
What are you talking about? What friends?
It's mad that, isn't it?
I'm sorry, but you have a bit of a journey ahead of you.
Namaste.
I'm a what?
Right on.
That's the name of the episode, Namaste.
You guys have the rest of the day to get acquainted with your security protocol. Make yourselves at home. Come on, we got hamburgers, we got punch. If I could get everyone to hold back, please. We have a minor security situation. Move.
She found Saeed.
You know what's mad is, like, we've got so many kind of like teams. So like we've got the one team, because they are all one team, aren't they? Let's be honest. You got Saeed, Hurley, you know what I mean, Jack, Sawyer, Kate, Jin, Sun. They're all one team. But then you've also got them kind of like split as well. You've got established people in Dharma, for example. You know what I mean? Like you know, your Juliet, Sawyer, and Jin. Then you got the new recruits, which is Jack, Kate, and obviously Hurley, and then you've got another. Do you know what I mean? A hostile, and now that's obviously Saeed, and I'm supposing that'll be again Sun, maybe if she was found as well. It's interesting. You kind of got them all, but they're all split up into teams now, like different people as well, different responsibilities.
What are we gonna do with him?
Bring the man some damn food. We're not savages.
Just gotta sit and wait, innit? It's literally a full-on waiting game.
Could you tell me where James LaFleur lives?
That's his house right there. But I wouldn't call him James. He hates it.
Juliet.
I saw you earlier today.
We're not supposed to know each other.
Yeah. I was looking for Sawyer. I guess I came to the wrong house.
No. Come in.
Evening, Doc. I don't even know where to start. How about with Saeed?
He was running around the jungle, got caught by my people. For now, Saeed is safe, which is all that matters.
So where do we go from here?
I'm working on it.
Really? Because it looked to me like you were reading a book.
I heard once Winston Churchill read a book every night. He said it made him think better. I'm sure that doesn't mean that much to you, because back when you were called in the shots, you pretty much just reacted.
I got us off the island.
But here you are, right back where you started. All you gotta do is go home, get a good night's rest. Let me do what I do. Ain't that a relief?
Yeah.
Jack can't call no shots. He can't literally do anything. He's in charge of nobody. He's just a workman, an engineer or whatever. I feel like that's Ben.
Hello. I brought you a sandwich. Are you a hostile?
Do you think I am?
What's your name?
Saeed. What's yours?
I'm Ben.
He does look a bit evil there, doesn't he?
It's nice to meet you, Ben.
See, the question is, right, if you killed that Ben there, that's what I was trying to say before. If you killed that Ben there, would then all of the actions of the Dharma Initiative, like, not happen the way it happened? You know what I mean? Like, if you took him out, he wouldn't cut a deal with Richard. He wouldn't have took his dad out. He wouldn't have gassed him. He wouldn't have come in. He wouldn't have killed everybody. Do you know what I mean? He said to Jack when he went onto that cliff, you know, I was in a similar position the way of you. You know what I mean? I had to make a decision. It cost like 40, 50 people their lives. You're going to have to make one as well. That was basically in relation to the freighter, wasn't it? And obviously his story there. But like I was just saying earlier on in the episode, I feel like we got the two Bens in the one timeline, and both of them, as you see in other TV shows and stuff, is you can't interact with yourself being, basically. And as Daniel was trying to say a couple of times as well, you know what I mean? You can't change what's already happened, but what actually happens if you take one Ben out and put a different Ben in? Do you know what I mean? It's interesting. We didn't see anything of Locke in this episode, but I kind of like how they actually, like, explained that they didn't land on the main island. They landed on another island, and then obviously they've used the boat to get back. Now, I'm taking that Ben is still with all of those other people and Locke and the survivors of that plane crash over there, because she knocked him out and she come over, obviously, with... I always forget his name, Frank, who I actually think looks much better with a beard. You know, I actually do think he looks much better with a beard. But it's good that he's in it. Now, they said that Faraday, he was there, but he's not now, which again's interesting. Like, you know, I don't know if he's took the submarine back and obviously he's left the island, but it's the first time we've seen the kind of guy who's doing the speeches, you know, like, hello, welcome to the Dharma Initiative, since one of the episodes, so I think where he sat down on the chair and he was about to record it and something happened and he went into the tunnel and all of that stuff. This is the first time we kind of seen him today, and I wonder why he was there, like the main man. I'm assuming he is anyway, at the front, checking people in like Jack. And, you know, I would have put Jack as a higher up. I would have said he was a doctor or something, because, like I said, you know, useful skills, it can help. You know what I mean? Somebody in a high position who could get a lot of trust off people would be more helpful moving forward. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you had that connection. Obviously, it seems like Sawyer's in charge, and he jumped on Jack as well. Mate, when you was here, you was reactionary. And I've said this to Jack. I think when I give him my most liked character in the first season, I said, look, mate, you know, the thing with Jack is he stresses me out. He's too angry. And, like, he always jumps in and he's like, bang, 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 bang. I'm going here, going there, don't care. And then I said that was his downside. But I'm also going to flip that and turn it into a positive by saying he cares for everybody and he's willing to put himself on the line and he's willing to just go for it and he's willing to, you know what I mean, help everybody, and he's just bang, bang, bang. So that was the flip side of the negative. And it is true what Sorry's just saying there, though, you know. You done the jumps, you was reactionary, you got off the island, well done, mate, fantastic. But where are you now? You're back. So at the end of the day, was it worth it? You know what I mean? 3 years off, all those deaths, come back, you're back to square one. Time to take a different approach. So it's decent. I thought it was a good episode. I'm actually liking how we kind of like all over the place, but it's not all over the place. It's easy to follow. Hey, that's gonna wrap up today's episode. Thanks so much for checking out the channel today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. It was the first one back after 10 days, and you know, it's very good to be back here doing this. I'm definitely just gonna jump in and watch the next episode in a minute. You know, I can't really you know, wait to see obviously what unfolds. It's good that obviously we're being basically like introduced to them being part of the you know, the Dharma Initiative, and shown that basically Sun and Ben, basically they've landed in a different timeline to obviously the one of Jack, Kate and Hurley. Now Saeed's landed in the same one as them, but obviously Frank is in the other one. They're 30 years difference, which again I think is really fascinating. I'm not too sure how we're going to get united as one, if I'm being totally honest, because Locke has obviously returned to the island and he is over there with the new survivors, but they are obviously in a different timeline. Like Christian, who's in the show quite a bit now, if I'm being totally honest, and Claire is not in the show, as my observation was earlier on in the episode. I feel like she's only made like 2 minutes of screen time since the season started, and I feel like Christian's had quite a lot of it. And I would love to know if Jack can somehow reunite with his father. I don't even know if it's fully confirmed that his dad is 100% dead. You know, our assumption is, but when Jack went to go and find his coffin, you know, in the first season, basically, obviously after the crash landed, it was empty. It was empty. And we've not really seen much of him, but we had like quite a lot of flashbacks, and he has been in the show quite a bit, a few episodes. And then as we progress through the seasons, the more and more he's trickled and filtered into it. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like last season he was in it a bit, and we've seen him in Jacob's cabin, didn't we? he could be Jacob. I have no idea, literally no idea. But he was in there, he was with Claire. Locke was speaking to him as well. Do you know what I mean? And we've moved on again, and he's shown and he's made more appearances this season over and over. And he's introduced himself, obviously, here to basically, obviously, to Frank and Son, showing them about obviously the new recruits of the Dharma Initiative, which was them with Sawyer thinking fast on his feet. He really was quick there, wasn't there, to get the manifest and obviously the people that dropped off, get them in, change the names. I thought Juliet was going to do Kate dirty. I thought she was thinking, I'm not having her coming in and disrupt our relationship. Do you know what I mean? We've progressed so far. I'm just going to say that she's another as well. Just get her out of here. Do you know what I mean? But no, she come in clutch. She did help. But they look like they got a bit of tension between them. And they have had a little bit in the past as well. Do you remember when they cuffed each other? Well, Juliet done them in, didn't she? And she pretended that she was being thrown out as well, but she was working for Ben. Speaking about Ben, obviously here now, younger version of himself. Older version of himself is 30 years away. No, when you think about it, I've actually just been saying that they're all part of the same timeline, but if you think I'm thinking about it now, he's actually not. He's on the same one as Son, which is 30 years difference. So again, that is really interesting. If they reunite, what happens? I'm really enjoying it. I actually really am. Like I said, we've got different people. We've got all the same people kind of like in the same area, but all of them pretending that they don't know each other and they can't actually like have conversations, and they're doing it sneakily. And you can see a couple of people on the outside looking in and you know, well, that guy you obviously questioned Kate and then obviously spoken to Jack and said don't call him James. He looks like he's clocking onto it a little bit. Miles was confused as well when he seen them there, like what they're doing here. You know, I want to see what's happening more of the people that survived. You know what I mean? It's took so well, basically the Oceanic 6 never got found, did they? So pretty much these guys will not get found as well. I wonder what they're going to do on the island. Are they going to make their way to the main camp? Do you know what I mean? Are they going to get it off the runway bit? Who knows? Again, like I said, it's very interesting and I'm really, really enjoying it so far. I can't wait for the next episode. I'm going to jump straight into it. Hopefully you guys check it out tomorrow. If you did enjoy today's, please smash a like. It really helps out. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.